Great. So good morning, everyone. Good afternoon to some of you as well. We've got a huge crowd today. We're so happy to have you. I'm David Kingsbury. I run our digital experience, our customer success organization here at Deep Target. And I have with me my great worker in everything we do, Helen. How are you, Helen?
I'm doing great. Happy, happy September. I was going to say September. It's almost September.
That's right.
Right.
Excellent. So we have a lot to cover today, and so thank you for joining. And just sit back and hang on. We're going to get right into it. So we're going to talk a little bit about Deep Target in the news, and then financial industry spotlight, as we normally do. We're going to talk about a new capability. You may not have noticed it's already online, live in your system today. Helen's going to walk us through how that works and how you can take advantage of that. We're going to talk about campaign recommendations again, which is upcoming later this year. And then we have a great customer case study. So super excited about that. Once again, I want to welcome all of our customers that have joined us recently and Great Erie that came on board last month as well, and several more that are coming and are soon to be arriving. We're great to have them. And I also want to make note to everybody that our October webinar on the 23rd, we're going to have a guest speaker. So our plan is to have every quarter one of our customer success webinars will feature one of our customers and we'll ask them to be on board with us as a panel discussion. Lebanon has been doing amazing work with their digital marketing, and so Elena has offered to come on board and talk about that. So mark your calendar and join us then as well. I also want to point out that Preetha, our CEO, has a new article that was just published on CU Times, Unlocking Growth, Transforming Data into Strategy for Credit Unions. As you know, we can utilize your data so well inside of all of the audience creations so that your customers and members get access to relevant uh, products and services being offered, which is so important today. So, great read there as well. And then we've shown this a couple of times, and I can't say enough about Extra Credit Union winning a Techie Award for 2025 from Finopotamus, thank you, in revenue growth. So that's super duper. They are at 332 million assets, 19,000 members, and they're just doing phenomenal. So we're so glad to be a part of that growth that they're having, and we're so glad we're a part of the growth all of you guys are having as well. Okay, so let's talk about the industry spotlight for just a moment. And this is a great new article. It just came out this month in Financial Brand. It talks about bank digital marketing is obsessed with leads. And we all know that, but that's only half of the goal. So what's the other half they're talking about? Well, they list five different components that should be involved in the other half, and I highlighted three of them because they make really good sense. Number one, they have this title, Performance Marketing has hit a dead end. What that means is we spend all our time getting new accounts, but then after they become new accounts, what do we do to nurture them and grow them further? So onboarding is really, really an important concept, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how Deep Target can help you with that with our new capability in just a moment. And then the second one that I highlight is why Gen Z isn't responding to your digital marketing. So we all know generationally, we all have inside each generation, we have different views on what's going on in the world. And Gen Z are really, really focused on transparency, authenticity, and institutions that align with their values. And so the point made in this section of the article, if your marketing feels like marketing, then you've already lost them. They want you to be authentic about the services you offer and why you exist and why you're there to help them so that then they'll join with you. Okay. And I know tons of you guys are doing that already. So great, great work. And then finally, brand matters more than ever. And this is really important. I hear Helen speak about this quite often, even more so than I normally bring up, but she sees the value of the fact that you need to be able to have a brand that is very clear. And it says in the article, it talks about you need clarity in your brand. It's a soft asset, meaning it's a big competitive advantage. So you can build recognition and trust. What do you think, Helen? You agree?
Well, that's true. And consistency makes a difference there. And it's important to let your account holders know why you exist and what you do is service to the community and how they can contribute that. So all that is part of your brand. So it's who you serve and what you're doing for your community.
That's right. So I'm reminded of a book and a bunch of observations made by Simon Sinek. If you remember or have heard of Sinek, um, he talked about the word why. You don't want to just have what you offer, you want to have why you exist and why you're making these offers. So, why is really important. So, great. Okay. Thank you, Helen. And I love this article. This is one I've shown now a couple times. And the reason, we're on generations just a little bit as well. And life events happen per generation. Some of them overlap, certainly, but this gives you a little bit of a guide of, and you know it inherently, but it's great to see it listed out. Those things that would be valuable to each generation are things that you should be promoting to them generationally. So great article there as well. Okay. All right. So now let's get to the real interesting stuff. We've talked about it a couple of times now, new capability called drip campaigns, which means right now, or until about 2 weeks ago, you don't know it, but when you created a campaign, you added an ad to it, and that's the ad that would show. And when someone clicked on it, the next time they saw it, it would be the same ad. And if they finally opened the account, then we would remove them from the audience so they don't see it anymore. But what if you could interrupt that process and actually have a drip, such that when Anne actually clicked on it, you showed her a different ad. And you don't have to do it just with a click. It could be time-based and it could be number of impressions. So we're going to let your mind soak that in for a little bit. And Helen's going to walk us through in just a second how you would do this, how you actually do it inside of the product. But we want to spur your thoughts on a succession of ads you might do to entice them to continue to engage. So, and don't forget, you can access those audiences at any time a click occurs and create a lead report, whatnot, to also follow up on them as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Helen. Helen, you ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready. One thing I want to mention is, I'm going to go over this at a pretty high level, but, if you would like, one-on-one training, just reach out to us at support@deeptarget.com. And we're happy to walk through through the setup with you.
Exactly.
Also, if you haven't had a customer success review in a while, it's time to do that. And we can cover that at the same time. So we're there to do that. So
hey, and Helen, before you start, so just let me remind everybody, this is now in the product at no additional cost because we're advancing Deep Target constantly. So we hope you take advantage of it real soon. Okay, go ahead, Helen.
Okay, so in this example, we're doing a campaign for a HELOC. And so we want to do a set of 4 different separate ads within that one campaign to show over a different time based on, do they click, do they view it, whatever. So first thing first was design your ads. And you can see we've got 4 different looks. They're all similar brand, but you can take a look at that. So those are create your ads. So 4 HELOC ads. So your next step is
I hear a question in my mind, Helen. You've created 4. Could I created just 2? Could I created 3?
Yes. There's not, you can 2 or more, there's
2
not
or
a
more.
limit.
That's right. Okay, perfect.
Create.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. So how you do this is that when you create your campaign, you're going to go to campaign settings right there at the top, and you're going to go over to the drip campaigns tab. So that's a new tab you're going to see. And then when you click on that, you're going to set up your campaigns here. So what you have to first do is enable drip campaigns, that little checkbox there on the left. And then you're going to put your sequence of ads and what triggers and actions you want for each of those. We set this up to be similar to like the build rule look and feel. So you can do, when the first one's done, then it goes to the next one. So we have ad one, and the trigger is going to be when it's clicked. So when they click on that first ad, the action is going to be go to the next ad. So when ad two starts deploying, it's going to stay up for 7 days since you last viewed it. So, and then it's going to go to the next one. So we set this one up. Only the first one cared about the click at the beginning when it went through its sequence. So this one's going to go through the 4 ads. And then after they've seen that 4th ad, it's going to go back to the top to show that first ad again if they haven't, opened something out. As long as they qualify, it's going to go through this sequence.
Awesome. Awesome.
So that's just the setup. So you want to do that first.
Okay.
And then you want to go and start uploading your ad. So it's a little bit different here. So you're used to setting, going to ad settings and create new ad size. So you're going to do that for the first ad in the drip sequence. So you're going to click create new ad size. You're going to upload your ad, set your go-to URL and exit, save and exit. And then the next time you want to add the next one in the sequence, you're not going to choose create new ad size. You're going to choose the little drip icon down there on the first one. So what you're going to see different here is it's got 728 by 90 ad one. You wouldn't have seen that just on a regular ad. This is only going to show for the drips.
So this, it only shows up when you have enabled a sequence or a drip campaigns
that's correct.
Process, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So you're going to click on the drip, and you're going to go back in. You're going to do ad settings. So when ad settings come up here, you're going to see it looks a little different. It's already knows what size your ad one was. So in this case, it was 728 by 90. So you don't have to type in anything, and all you have to do is upload your design or go blank or choose from library, whatever you want to do. So once you do that. And then when you get all of your ads in a sequence, it's going to look like this. So I have ad 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll see how that looks. Each of those drip ones are disabled except for the last one. So just in case you wanted to go add a 5th one, you would have to go and change your settings to make it display. But subsequent ads all get created by choosing that drip icon.
Perfect.
Okay.
Great.
So that's how you get it set up. So all you have to do is save and publish, and you're good to go. And it'll process as you've set those up in your configuration settings. So we're going to go through some use case examples. Why would you want to use this? And I'm sure you've got other good ideas, but I know I've heard a lot of you say when you have a new customer join, you have certain things that you want to do after so many days. So it's maybe if a new person has joined, you might want to say, have a welcome message from your CEO. Then the next, 7 days later or whatever, you might want to show, make sure you set up your direct deposit, make sure you get a checking account, whatever. So you may want to promote your services or specific products over a time sequence, like after 30 days, do something, after 60 days, do something, whatever. So that's one example. So David, you want to talk about
and then of course any product specific ones that would the reality is in digital marketing when we see an ad for the first time, if we have an interest in it, if we're engaged to it, but yet I don't need a new car right now or a new mortgage, my mind starts to tune it out, even though I might be on the audience, good prospective customer member, but I'll just tune it out. And rather than you having to try to now go create a new campaign from scratch with all the other details related to it, you could have it change out over time. Now, Helen's example showed a 7-day, but you could have it a 30-day. We know all of you guys have campaigns that run perhaps all year long. And what if you set up the drip such that in the spring it had, spring flowers in the background. In the summer it had the beach in the background. In fall it had, uh, and so forth. So some of that could actually occur. And then even so, all about enticing them on your products and services, but also your services. Are you taking the proper steps to get to financial wellness? And step one is this, and step two, and I know you're promoting all sorts of stuff, perhaps continuously to your members and customers, but maybe after they finished a step and you keep it up in the data, then you now here you're ready for step two, kind of thing. So a lot of different ways you can use this. And we'd love to hear from you guys on how you might use it, and let us know any of your thoughts. Okay, Helen, anything else?
No, I'm good.
Perfect. Okay. And then even more amazing stuff is coming. So in Q4, we're going to update the dashboard, and we're going to put three AI-powered campaign recommendations into this card, where it used to talk about campaigns maybe needing attention. We're going to recommend campaigns to you. And whether or not you use predictive modeling, which is our machine learning AI tool for targeting, we're going to use that in the background of your system to promote the best campaign options for you and place that here so that you can consider it. Okay. And then if you click on recommendations to go even deeper, we're going to go into all sorts of opportunities, perhaps in the indirect space for digital adoption and retention, and as well as the right side of this screen is going to show you details of your demographics and where campaigns, you can see the different product account types here. This heat map shows you the greatest opportunity for your account holders for adding this particular product or service. And if you click on the AI driven, we're going to go into details about that as well. So this is not even, you haven't even created a campaign perhaps with our targeted by predictive model. We're going to use that data, and if you drop into it, then it'll be targeted by predictive model with all of these account holders in the audience. So really powerful stuff. We can't wait to see what you guys do with this and how you take advantage of it, but it's going to be awesome. We've gotten such great response from everybody about this. Okay.
And on
Helen,
that,
yep,
and David, what I want to mention is not every FI's marketing team has insight into what their data looks like. You
right.
know, sometimes you're more focused on, hey, I work on the graphics piece, I create the campaigns and things like that. So you may not know what's behind it as far as your data. So I think this is really going to be helpful for you to kind of look, as you're building things, and you can ask questions and you can talk to your team and it's like, look, Deep Target's saying, I've
Right.
got this group of individuals who I may need to target, and that way maybe it can give you some helpful information when you're choosing images and things like that for your graphics.
Exactly. Good, Helen. Good. So again, reach out for your customer success review, and we'll go into detail explaining some of this, and we'll keep you posted on when it launches here in the next couple of months. Perfect. Okay. So this is our customer case study of success. So we're real happy to share what Levo Credit Union has been doing this year. They've been a customer, Helen, how long now?
2 years.
2 years they've been with us. Asset size of 497 million, 37,000 members. Uh, they're doing amazing work. So if you take a look at the dashboard across the top, or just throughout the whole dashboard, you see all the green. And that tells you that they're experiencing great results in their digital marketing. Their KEI is excellent. Their key impression indicator, their key revenue indicator, all their campaigns are up to date. They have 88% account type coverage, so lots of campaigns deployed, and their prioritization is in control. And here's since the beginning of the year, these are their impressions and their click-throughs, which have been very, very high as well. And then we jump into just the mortgage. So they ran multiple mortgage campaigns over the course of this first part of the year, over 1,000 clicks included, from pre-approval to front porch swing. So amazing results for their mortgage, and 156 new mortgages year to date already opened related to this campaign. So great work to them. Big round of applause for Levo and their team there. So you guys can go ahead, Helen.
I was gonna say, those are great results, 156
They're
mortgages this
great.
year. That's good. And you can see, I guess that's, also probably indicative of lower rates.
Yeah, that's right. That sweep. So 156K monthly uh, monthly revenue with a overall total of, if you go into the management report, go across mortgages, it's over 20 million. This is actual data, 20 million of mortgage uh, funds, loans this year. So great work to Levo. That's awesome. Okay, so we're rounding out the bottom. I just want to remind everybody we have managed services. So we have a number just have signed up here recently for managed service, including Great Plains Federal Credit Union just joined our group of managed services customers. We have 30, 35 plus. Is that right, Helen?
Yeah, 36.
36 that now allow us to run the system for them. So consider that if you want to have one of our experts as an extension of your team. It's a great way to really optimize deep targeting. Okay. Don't forget about us on YouTube. We'll have all of our webinars and so forth there. Remember that we are the premier digital marketing solution for credit unions and community banks out there. There's no one that has more capabilities than we do, and that's because we get to focus on it completely. So always refer a friend if you can. We've had multiple people refer us to others, which have resulted in new customers this year, which is fantastic. So thank you for that. And now it's time for Java Joy. Helen.
Let's see who's still online. Okay. The winner of our Java Joy is going to be Linda Malugan, I guess, from Sky Credit Union.
Way to go, Linda.
Congratulations, Linda.
Congratulations. Watch for an email from me, and we'll get you an gift card from Starbucks here very shortly. Thank you guys for all attending today. We hope it was helpful. Reach out to us. We're here. We're only here to serve you and make you guys successful. So come with us in September, and don't forget about October as well, so you can listen to Elena talk about her work with Deep Target and her success. Thank you guys. Have a great day and a great September. Happy Labor Day weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.